Hello, Greg Christensen here. I'm currently Mayor of Scenic Rim Council, but I am making this video as a candidate for Mayor in the 2020 Scenic Rim local government election. At present, there is a lot of misinformation within the community regarding the status and future of Boonah Airfield. There are also certain persons who seem to be trying to make political mileage in the election context by propagating such misinformation. Now, I've spent some time and I've fully researched the publicly available information, and I'm going to provide some comments based on those facts to help our community understand what is the truth and to be reassured that this issue is in proper control. So here we go. Point 1. Current elected council has clarified its policy position to support the continued existence of Boonah Airfield, so there is no threat to the future of the airfield. Council had previously confirmed this publicly during 2019. In that context, the CEO has properly directed council staff to progress negotiation of a replacement lease with the current leaseholder, Boonah Airfield Incorporated. Now, both parties had agreed that this was necessary due to flaws in the current lease, which runs out in September 2020. So council officers have done the right thing. They've drafted a preliminary document for discussion through normal lease development processes. Now, anyone who's been involved with commercial leases will know that that's a process where you start with a draft and the parties work in good faith to amend those clauses, to work out what the final contract should be, the final lease, because that's how you work through the process in good faith, behind closed doors, respecting the needs of both parties. Now, there are some commentators who are also suggesting that council is trying to make the airfield fail so as to turn it into a housing estate or similar. Well, if you do a quick search of the planning scheme, you'll find that the land on which the airfield is sited is zoned for community use. So it would not be legally possible to use it for anything else. So it couldn't become a housing estate. And again, remember, council has a policy position in place to retain the airfield for community use. From previous conversations with the Executive Director of the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, Ben Morgan, both he and I have confirmed our individual commitments to support the retention of Boonah Airfield. Given that all candidates for both Divisional Councillor and Mayor should be aware of the legal separation of powers as identified previously, it is disappointing to me that some seem intent on suggesting they can unilaterally intervene in the lease process. I'll leave it for you to consider what might motivate such behaviour during an election. Now, as a candidate for Mayor and as a ratepayer, I would expect that in any lease negotiation, the interests of the wider ratepayer population are considered and protected in balance with achieving a suitable outcome. I expect that every lease considers the needs of the users and the needs of the ratepayers represented by council to ensure that people are accepting the proper management accountability for their activities on that council-controlled footprint. Ben Morgan, the Executive Director of AOPA, has previously publicly offered to myself and to council and to BAI to play an active role in supporting good faith discussions on a new lease. From follow-up discussions with Ben, I understand that Council CEO has invited him to assist with the good faith process to help finalise the lease. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope it has helped to dispel some of your concerns and perhaps clear up some of the confusion that is propagated through some tabloid journalism around the place. The airfield's future is safe. Certainly both myself as an individual and the current elected council have confirmed support for the airfield's future. From my discussion, I believe this is a position shared and appreciated by the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association Executive Director. Have a great day. Goodbye.